Hi, I'm Mike Sullivan, and this is the hot saw event. I'm going to show you a little bit about hot saw today. We're going to take it right from the start and go right through and make a couple cuts for you. First of all, we have a Rotex snowmobile engine here. This is our hot saw. For anybody that's interested in getting into the hot saw event, I probably wouldn't start with this kind of a hot saw. I would start with a regular chainsaw, work my way up to a modified chainsaw, and then slowly get into the open chainsaw. These are very difficult to run. The guys in the timber sports make these look easy. It's a lot harder than it looks. When I run this saw, when I get through, and sometimes I watch myself on video or whatever, I go, God, I made that look kind of easy, and when I was doing it, I was going, that was hard. So we'll start by a few different things I want to talk about. First is, I want to talk about safety. These things are just absolutely tremendous horsepower, probably 50 horsepower, or some are even more. I want to talk about what we should wear when we're doing this. We definitely want to wear chaps. Some guys wear shin guards, old catcher shin guards underneath the chaps. These chains are spinning at 200 miles an hour probably, something like that on these bars. And if they do come off, they do hurt. So the shin guards can help. And the sport is that it's getting tighter and tighter with all the hot saws, and guys are taking a little bit more chances. Guys are running wide open now. I still do burp the throttle between cuts, so it kind of helps you out. It's a little bit safer. When you're running it wide open, things can happen. Also, we need ear protection. Ear protection is vital, vital. I mean, these saws here are so loud. If you didn't have ear protection, it actually hurts your ears when you're doing this. It's tremendous. So we want ear protection for sure, and definitely eye protection. Yeah, the chips are just flying everywhere. You got the other competitor on the other bunk, and he's throwing chips your way. You're throwing chips his way. There's just chips everywhere. So we definitely want eye protection. And where it's all on time, and then we have a little bit of an accuracy involved in it. We have 6 inches of wood here, and we have to make our 3 cuts in that. We have to make a down, an up, and a down. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up first, and we're going to kind of just basically give ourselves some marks where we may want to hit this log on the first shot, and then where we may want to hit it on the second shot on our up cut. And then we'll mark for our 3rd cut here. Some guys do, some guys don't. I've not marked my log, I have marked my log. Sometimes it doesn't matter, because sometimes you take too much wood the first time, and then it's basically now you're just kind of freestyle after that. You're just trying to make your cuts. But if you do hit your line nice, it is good because you have your lines to go by now, so you know you're right on. You can be very aggressive with it. We have our pull starter here. We do get a 1-minute warm-up in this event. We get to get ourselves all set, and Rich, the head judge, will look at us and make sure everybody's kind of all set, and then we get our 1-minute warm-up. I usually have 2 pull starts because my pull start is a throwaway. And so I use one to warm the saw up, then I have my other one here. It's ready to go on for the actual cut, which is attached to the deck over here by a nail, because when I throw it, if I throw it and it's not attached and I do hinder the other guy in the other bunk, I'm disqualified. There's been a few people that do forget it or whatever, but that's another safety issue. Some guys have them that are recoils that are attached to the saw. They don't have to worry about that. What I do is when I'm getting all set here, I have my crayon, and what I'll do is I'll come up, get myself ready, pick my saw up, kind of get myself lined up, and I line myself up for that up cut. And once I've got myself lined up for that up cut, I'll just put a little mark on the deck, kind of where my foot goes, just to give me a good idea, because sometimes you get a little bit rushed. Certain things happen, and if you get a little rushed and your feet dance a little, now your feet aren't in the right position to make your up cut, and if that is your angle, or your bar could change dramatically. Instead of being straight, now your bar could be angled like that, and you'll probably cut out, or you're taking too much wood again, and it's going to make the whole thing a lot harder to do. Once I've got that all set, so I want to look the distance of the saw. What I do, because when I put my pull starter on, my chain is always in the same position. I'm 2 teeth away from the log. That's how I go. Everybody does this a little bit different. This is an event that the saws are all a little bit different. The guys are built a little bit different. Some guys are taller, some guys are shorter, some guys are back farther from the wood, some guys can get closer. So it's a real individual event. Nobody really does it exactly the same, but everybody tries to get the 3 cuts off exactly the same. But how they do that it's it's not the same. One guy may stand with his legs spread a lot wider. Some guys stand a little bit closer because they use their legs more to make the cut. Some guys are big and strong and they can just arm muscle this saw and go right through, right down and right up. Guys like Jason and Dion, they're real strong with the saws. With me, I need to use my leg. I'm not as big as them. When it comes down, I need to get my leg behind it so I can drive it up to the cut, or it'll just actually push me right back from the log. Once we've warmed up, got my hands on the log, Rich is going to give me the countdown, and when he says go, all I'm concentrating on is the pull handle. This handle just drops right down there automatically. It just comes right through the saw, and just make sure I give it a good pull. Pull as hard as I can pull, because we don't want to give it a cheap pull and not have it start. So that's usually the only thing I really concentrate on. And if my feet are positioned in the right position and I pull it and I bring it up, it's going to be right where I want to hit. But if I've moved my feet or whatever, usually it comes up, it's not going to hit right, then I've started off bad. And after that, everything usually gets worse. So what we want to do is make our first cut right off the bat straight, thin. We don't want to go real thin, but we want to be thin, because if we can make this first one thin and leave ourselves a lot of room right here for the next two are real easy. You just up cut, down cut, and do it. But once you've made too thick or a crooked cut on the first cut, now you have to adjust in the middle of the cut and you're losing time. I'm going to put my gear on here. I'm going to warm it up. I haven't warmed it up yet today. Usually also they give us a warm-up period before the actual event. We all get to go to the bullpen, start our saws up, make sure they're working right, warm them up. So when they do come out to the deck, we even get a warm-up period then, but we already know it's going to run. I haven't warmed it up yet today, so it may take a little longer. Okay, now once I've completed my warm-up, and this is where I said we get our saw right back to where we want it in our position. Switches on, decompression switches in. I lock my throttle. Get my one that I attached to the deck to throw away. Get that all set up, and hopefully I still have time. I got that minute, and Rich is probably saying 30 seconds by now. See now, so I'm kind of rushing a little bit. Boom, I know my foot's right there. There it is. I reach down, put my hands on the logs, and I'm ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. And that's the 3 cuts, and wish I did that yesterday. No, that was good 3 cuts right there, and that's all you need to do right there. And if you can do that, pretty much every time you'll qualify for the top 10 in the Stihl Timber Sports event.